Hey guys, Boris here again. You know, just wanted to throw a quick upload out there tonight. Couple things. First of all, thank you so much for the support received on the initial video. Nearly 100 views. I've had a lot of really positive feedback on it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, you know, this was just kind of a opportunity little test run, and the feedback I received from it way beyond what I actually anticipated from it. Thank you so much for the support. It means a lot. I'm glad that people are enjoying this. I am glad that it's been helpful so far for people. You know, big motivation for me to keep on going with it. So what did I want to throw out little upload tonight? Really, we had a lot of little bits and pieces news throughout the last 24 hours. Just a lot of things coming down the pipeline from Niantic. A lot of things going on kind of behind the scenes, confirmed by support, a lot of little bits and pieces. So I just wanted to kind of throw out a lot of that there and really get it all into one place for you. First of all, Hydro Cannon confirmed for Community Day for Feraligatr. So the numbers I talked about in yesterday's video, those stand up. That's exactly what we will see for Community Day. You know, new number 2 water type attacker for DPS, not going to really make an impact in the PvP. If you're looking for a good PvP water type, we'll probably see that in another 6 to 8 months or so when we actually see Swampert, when we see Mudkip Community Day, just because of typing and because of stats. That's and also because of Mudshot being the quick move for or Swampert, we will actually see a lot more use out of that for PvP, especially in the lower leagues, because Mudshot's going to charge Hydro Cannon if it does get that much more quickly. It's going to do a lot more in PvP than it will in PvE. The other big thing too is I'm guessing at some point this year, probably sometime in spring, like when we would normally see the water type event go on, spring, early summer, we will probably see Kyogre back in raids at that point. So having another extra high strength water type attacker at that point probably won't be as big as it is right now with Feraligatr. So, if you're a big PvP person and you're looking for that extra little push for a good water type, especially in Ultra and Great League, you know, Swampert Community Day is going to be where you really get on that action. But if you're overall just looking for a good water type because you just need an upgrade over what you have now, that's what we are going to get this weekend. So on the topic of Hydrocan, there was a lot of questions whether or not we would be able to get Hydrocan on an existing Feraligatr or by giving it that second charge move. Niantic support confirmed today that no, giving a Feraligatr or a second charge move during Community Day will not give it the Community Day move. It has to be one caught or evolved during that time frame or within that 1 hour afterwards. So no, you won't be able to kind of game the system there and get that second charge move then to get an existing Feraligatr. A lot of people in the community were a little bit disappointed with that news, but I think most people expected it. A little disappointing because a legacy one that had water gun rather than waterfall as a quick move would have actually done a little bit more damage. It would have actually been an even stronger one. But because, of course, you can't do the second charge move trick to get it, it means you're not going to have a legacy one with the Community Day move. So we are looking at the best move set going forward will be Waterfall Hydro Cannon. Now, moving on to not Community Day related issues, we had a lot of things going on within the last 24 hours, and this actually was a little bit of a surprise to pretty much everyone in the Community Day. You didn't expect it to be a big news day for it. However, Shiny Magnemite. Nobody had confirmable reports of Shiny Magnemite being found since the end of the Kanto, the Let's Go event at the end of November. Well, later this afternoon, first time since then somebody was able to actually confirm it. So whatever server side issue is going on that was blocking Shiny Magnemite from existing, similar to how we had for a while there Shiny Krabby could not be found. It just something going on server side was stopping it from actually being able to be a shiny. That's been resolved. That was resolved with Krabby about a week, 2 weeks ago. Now it's been resolved finally tonight with Magnemite. So Magnemite is back on the shiny hunting list. So, great news there, especially for people who missed that shiny during that event. And in addition, tonight, version 0.131.4 began to roll out. It actually released to iOS last night, which a little unusual. People who follow up the upload schedules for Pokemon Go updates know that because Google Play allows for a staggered rollout, whereas iOS has to be all or nothing, typically iOS doesn't get the update until after it's already been fully deployed for Android, because that way if they do a staged rollout for Android, they see problems. Within that first couple percent of people that get it, they can stop the update there, fix it, and then bring out a fixed one that fixes whatever issue came up. So very unusual for them to actually roll out the iOS update first like that. We should actually start seeing people in this area getting the Android update now, though. I'm guessing we'll see that update forced probably at some point here. It's not a big update. The only two things it does are it fixes an issue with the skybox. Some people were noticing in the app clouds and things like that would not load in the sky. Visual change that got fixed. And then the other big thing too that actually is more significant is your visual range on the map has changed and has increased. Is what this means is you'll be able to see stops and gyms from a little bit further away than you had before. Right now, the current estimates based on what people have been able to math out is it increases the range by about 140 meters. You know, that is actually a pretty good sized jump from what it was previously. Unless you're in a very densely crowded area for stops and gyms, though, you might not notice a big difference. Now, if you are in an area where you were kind of on the border where sometimes you could see something and sometimes you couldn't, you'll see that thing much more regularly now. Oh, and then moving right along, Rare Candy. Rare Candy has been added to the reward pool for PvP. It doesn't look like it's impacted Sinnoh drop rates, thankfully, but it definitely takes out some of that extra Stardust and replaces it with Rare Candy rewards. You know, some people who do a lot of heavy raiding, they might not see that as a big win, but definitely for the more casual players or for the people who can't get out much for raids, that extra rare candy source is definitely going to be appreciated, and any extra variety they add into PvP for rewards is going to be big. I could see them down the road potentially adding like fast and charge TMs as other rare rewards for it, similar to how we see the Sinnoh right now. So, look for more changes like that coming. I do suspect we will see more. I think rare candy is just kind of the next thing added into the mix. And then last but not least, remember, Nest migration occurred tonight here. We're looking at about hour, 2 hours ago. Oh, depending on what time this video finally uploads. So, check your local nests, you know, post your findings on your local Facebook groups. Silph Road Nest Atlas, great resource, but only if people actually use it. So, make sure that you are letting your fellow trainers know, hey, we have a nest here, let them know what changed, because that, it helps out the community big time, especially for the people who might be looking for certain specific ones, either fill out their decks or fill out kind of whatever they're trying to do for either their PvP teams or just certain ones that are just always nice to have the candy around, Machop, everything like that. So, uh, let's have fun with that. Hopefully we get some good nests. I know our last nest cycle wasn't very good around here in the local area, so I'm excited to see what we actually get. How about you guys? Anything you're interested in looking? So, in conclusion, wasn't really planning on doing anything tonight, but we just had so much come down the pipeline. I mean, I felt it was going to be beneficial to get something out there. I don't want to make this too long of an upload tonight, but I do absolutely want to say thank you again so much for the support, guys. I'm glad that it's a resource that people do seem to enjoy and do seem to want. Remember, if you do want to get a little bit more heads up when I am uploading things, you know, like and subscribe on the channel. That, of course, is probably your best way. That way you get the push notifications from YouTube when something goes up. Other than that, keep an eye out on the Facebook page, is keep an eye up on Twitter, everything like that. And with that, you guys have a great rest of your night. We will see you on Community Day on Saturday. Take care. Bye bye.